Lionel Messi is one of the greatest, if not the greatest football player of all time.
Messi's there, Leo Messi!
From his humble beginnings in Rosario, Argentina, to his record-breaking career at Barcelona and beyond, there's so much to learn about this iconic footballer. Here are 10 things you didn't know about Lionel Messi. First off, this guy Messi is so badass, he has his own customized word in the dictionary. How many people can you think of that have such an achievement? Meet the word that was created just for Lionel Messi: impresionante. This unique term combines the Spanish word impressive with Messi's name to describe his unmatched style of play on the field. Argentine manager Alejandro Sabella coined this word to honor Messi's impressive skill and his endless capacity for self-improvement. Whether he's scoring goals or setting up plays, Messi always leaves a lasting impression on the soccer world. And now, he has his own word to prove it. But that's almost as mind-blowing as Lionel Messi being recognized as a talented young soccer player at the age of 13 when he was scouted by Barcelona and eventually signed by the team. At that age, I was more concerned about cartoons I would watch at home. But here we have this guy already making waves. So how did he get signed? Apparently, Barcelona's sporting director Carlos Reixach was so impressed by Messi's talent that he quickly drew up a contract on a napkin to secure the deal. So, what was the text written on the famous napkin that served as Lionel Messi's first professional contract with Barcelona? It included the following, quote, "In Barcelona on December 14, 2000, in the presence of Miguel and Horacio, Carlos Reixach, FC Barcelona's sporting director, hereby agrees under his responsibility and regardless of any dissenting opinions to sign the player Lionel Messi, provided that we keep to the amounts agreed upon." End of quote. While the use of a napkin as a contract may seem unconventional, it ultimately served as a binding agreement between the two parties and paved the way for Messi's successful career with Barcelona. When Barcelona signed Lionel Messi, they agreed to pay him $40,000 per year and cover his medical costs. This was seen as a significant investment in a young player, and not everyone was immediately convinced that it was the right move. In particular, the president of the club at the time, Joan Laporta, was reportedly opposed to the deal due to the high cost. Despite this opposition, Messi ended up signing with Barcelona and has gone on to become one of the greatest soccer players of all time. It's likely that over time, Laporta came to see the value of the investment in Messi and the positive impact that he has had on the club. It's amazing to think that, despite the initial hesitation from the president of Barcelona, the club ultimately decided to invest in Lionel Messi's well-being and potential because when Lionel Messi was a young boy, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which caused him to grow more slowly than other boys his age. The treatment for this condition, which involved receiving regular injections, was very expensive, and Messi's family was unable to afford it. As a result, many of the soccer teams that Messi tried out for declined to cover the cost of the treatment. However, Barcelona saw the potential in Messi and agreed to cover the cost of the treatment as part of the deal to sign him to the team. This allowed Messi to receive the necessary treatment and eventually grow up to his full potential, leading to his successful career. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see Lionel Messi playing alongside Xavi and Iniesta in the Spanish national team? It actually was a possibility, as Messi has dual citizenship and is both Argentinian and Spanish. His grandparents were Spanish, so he could have chosen to represent the country on the international stage. However, Messi has always had a strong connection to Argentina and has opted to play for the team he loves. Despite the Spanish Football Federation's efforts to convince him to join their squad, Messi has remained loyal to Argentina and has helped lead the team to numerous victories throughout his career. It's fascinating to imagine what might have been if Messi made a different choice. But ultimately, his decision to play for Argentina has resulted in an incredible and successful career as a soccer player and finally winning the World Cup 2022 with Argentina. Lionel Messi is known for his impressive soccer skills and ability to perform under pressure, but even the greatest players can have off days. In his entire career, Messi has only received 3 red cards. The first of these red cards came in a very unexpected and unfortunate way during his international debut for the Argentine national team in a friendly match against Hungary in 2005. After being substituted onto the field, Messi fouled a Hungarian player and was immediately shown a red card, and he was ejected from the game after only playing for 43 seconds. This was a disappointing and embarrassing moment for Messi, and he was understandably upset as he walked off the pitch. Despite this rocky start, Messi has gone on to have an incredible career as a soccer player, both for Argentina and his club team Barcelona and PSG. Lionel Messi has a special bond with his grandma, and it's no wonder why. She was the one who helped kickstart his soccer career. According to Messi, his grandma convinced the coach to give him a chance to play in a game with one of his older cousins. The coach wasn't so sure at first, because Messi was so small, but his grandma insisted. After the match, the coach told Messi's grandma to buy him some football boots and said he'd bring him to training the following week. And with those boots on his feet, Messi's journey as a soccer player began. Tragically, Messi lost his grandma in 1998, but he always remembers her when he scores a goal. He points to the sky as a way of saying thanks and dedicating the goal to her memory. Just 3 days after Thiago was born, his grandpa, aka Lionel Messi's dad, was already negotiating a deal for him to join the Newell club. Talk about starting young. This club has produced some major soccer stars in the past, including Maradona and Messi himself. While it's not clear if little Thiago was old enough to sign on the dotted line, he already got a pretty impressive resume. Messi has said that he won't pressure his son to follow in his footsteps, but with a grandpa like that, it seems like Thiago's got a bright future ahead of him, no matter what path he chooses. Before he was a family man, Lionel Messi was a video game addict. He spent all his free time playing on his PlayStation, getting so good at FIFA that we'll never get a chance to beat him. But once he became a husband and a dad, Messi started to scale back on his gaming habits and focused more on his responsibilities. We can only imagine how many hours he put in on the virtual pitch before he had a family to take care of. But now that he's a family man, Messi knows how to balance his love for gaming with his responsibilities as a professional soccer player. Lionel Messi may be a top athlete, but he used to have some serious junk food habits. He didn't pay attention to what he ate, chowing down on chocolates, sugary drinks, and more. It's no wonder he ended up throwing up during games. Yuck. But his entourage convinced him to clean up his act and adopt a healthier diet. Now he eats fish, meat, and salads, and he's never looked better. Who would have thought that a few simple changes could make such a big difference? Thanks to his new healthy eating habits, Messi is now one of the greatest athletes of all time. Hey, where are you going? You can't leave without subscribing to Home for Goals so you can be notified for our video next week. What are you doing? Subscribe right now.